Hello everyone, my name is Ellis. I am the American Import QB for the Søllerød Gold Diggers this year. From Valparaiso, Indiana, town about 30-40 minutes outside of Chicago. It is really cold out here. Alright, so we're at my high school, my alma mater, Boone Grove. I work here. I coach the freshman basketball players, and I work at the middle school down the road. They allow me to get most of my workouts done.
Aaron has some qualities. The arm talent, as far as playing at pretty much any level, he can make any throw. Strength-wise, he can throw the out across the field to the sideline. He can throw the deep ball. I think what he really improved on was his deep ball touch and accuracy. I really saw that when I was watching him play online in college. So the arm strength and the arm talent is there to play in any system. After the season, I didn't see him for a while. He would come in after the season and work in the weight room a little bit and throw the ball around with some of the guys still, just to keep, sharp. But I didn't see him for a little while, and, a few months or whatever, and he came in and you could see that I had seen clips of him on the internet, working out, doing football workouts, footwork workouts, everything to improve himself. And I said, this is a kid who wants it. Probably the hardest working kid I've ever coached. And I've coached basketball, baseball, and football, so that's saying something. And a year later, he had completely transformed his body. It still oozed something. He oozed confidence that he had never oozed before. He knew that he was able to play at the next level. I think coming out of his senior high school, he wanted to play at the next level. Wasn't sure if he could, but he put in that work, and you could just tell he knew. He knew that he could play that next level, and it only took waiting for the proper opportunity. And when it came, he jumped on it and ran with it.
Finally almost done packing, and the flight's tonight. Leave at 10:30. However, this is always the nervous part, because I'm terrified of flying. I am absolutely terrified of being on a plane. Especially flying to Europe, going for 8 to 9 hours non-stop on a plane over the open ocean. That's definitely something that gets me a little nervous. I'm here at the lovely O'Hare Airport in Chicago, Illinois. About an hour until we get ready to board for our flight to Denmark. Flying during COVID is really interesting, because there's almost 0 people for any international flights, because you're only allowed for certain purposes. And if you're Danish, but if you're American trying to get over there, it's extremely difficult. You need a certain type of visa, which I thankfully have received with the help of my friends at the Søllerød Gold Diggers. For a little bit of clue, here's how empty it is right before our flight. I'm terrified of flying. I've always been scared of flying, and this is my 3rd time to Europe now for my job, and still just as nervous. So we'll hope it's a smooth flight. Hope it's a quick flight, 8 hours straight. So I'll try to get some sleep. Finally. Jesus.
You can get that thing off now.
Oh, yeah?
Are we? Yeah. As soon as you're outside, you can do it.
Oh, really? Thank God.
We get one.
Okay. Hey, thanks. Where are you getting the royalties? Hello everyone, my name is Ellis. I am the American Import QB for the Søllerød Gold Diggers this year. I'm very excited to be here this year. I think there's a really good team here, a really good group of coaches. I played at the University of St. Francis. It's NAIA school in Illinois. And for me, it's my whole life. The dream was to be a professional athlete, and obviously NFL, was always the aspiration, and it's still something that I had worked for. But still, just to be able to come to Europe, play a game I love, make a living out of it, travel, and do all these things, it really is a blessing for me. And I'm beyond thankful and happy to be here. One thing, a lot of people don't understand is a lot of times when the American QB is brought into a team in Europe, we're, for the most part, expected to be the OC. I'm in a good situation here to where I have help. Whereas my first year in Europe, I was the only offensive coordinator coach for the most part. So now I got some coaches around me, and we've built a pretty good system here where I'm mainly in charge of the pass game. They can handle the run game. So that's another different thing that you experience when coming out here, and a lot of it can lead to your team's success or not, depending on is your import QB knowledgeable? Is he smart? Does he understand football? Can he scheme well? So for me, I'm a big film guy. I watch film, 3 to 5 hours a day as soon as I have it on the other team, and just doing my best to put us in the best situation to win. And for me, what was expected of me when I came out here, there was about 12 quarterbacks trying to get this job here, and I basically told Cass, I was like, hey, listen, if we don't win the Mermaid Bowl, pay for my own flight home. And I think just that dedication that I have to being with this team kind of spoke to them, and I was fortunate enough for them to offer me the job. And I think we got something special here, and I think everyone will enjoy the product we're going to put on the field. I get asked a lot, what football means to me, and I grew up in a situation, my parents worked hard for everything that we had, but we didn't have much growing up in Valparaiso. Just a lot of kids out there, they got money, their families got money. We didn't have much. We had to work very hard for everything that we had, and football was my way out. I didn't have much motivation for anything. I thought I'd probably end up just working at the mill after high school. The only reason I was able to go to college was because of football. It gave me the opportunity to get my degree, and it's done things for my life that I could never repay to the game. I could never, but I do my best. Pay it forward to the kids, help coach and instruct and guide as many young football players as I can. Because for me, the sport is my life. It's saved my life. It's made me the man I am today, and I'm going to leave everything I have out on that field every game day.
It's been quite the trip. I'll tell you what. I go over to Denmark last year during a global pandemic, play a little bit of ball. 4 games in, season gets called right before playoffs, and I really don't know what I'm going to do. Is it time to hang it up? Is it what's next? And there just wasn't any closure at the end of the season. I felt like there was still cards to be played, and I took the time to kind of reflect and think about what I really wanted out of life, and I would just feel like a fraud if I didn't take advantage of the opportunities that were given to me when I'm sitting here working at a high school 40 hours a week telling my kids to do the same thing. I make sure they come into an environment where they're cared for, they feel loved and comfortable, and they're pushed. And if I'm not doing the same thing for myself, I feel like a fake. And here I am now, sitting here at Forge Strength, 12 hours later, after quitting my teaching job to pursue the dream of playing American football overseas. I get the opportunity to go back to Denmark and reconnect with old friends and play the sport I love and grow this sport, and I couldn't be more thankful for this opportunity, and I'm just so excited to get back over there.
Football means the world to me. I love it. Originally, I started off playing football because that's what everybody did growing up. As I grew in the sport, I realized that was an opportunity to compete. It was an opportunity to learn more about myself and to learn more about working with others as a group. And now I just love it purely for the love of the sport. The game is fun. The meetings are fun. Practicing is fun. Football with friends is fun. I don't ever want to lose those opportunities. I want to be able to spend time with people who share the same passion as me. I want to be able to meet new people, have new social interactions, and football provides all of that for me. It means so much to me. And it just reminds me of one of my favorite quotes, and it's the way that I try to operate every single day in my day-to-day life, in football, in whatever. And I just think about, if your presence doesn't have an impact, then your absence won't make a difference. And that's what football means to me.
All right, same thing on Thursday.
Limits here.
Goal Diggers on three. 1, 2, 3.
Goal Diggers.
We've added a few more guys to our roster as we've been trying to pull together the best group of guys that we can have to support our domestic players here in Denmark. We're kind of looking to always make space for our Danish guys and make sure that they can develop, but also make sure that we surround them with talent and people to teach them from the outside. One of the guys that we've been adding to do exactly this thing is Sam Taylor, who played for Lyon College in the NAIA. He is a very, very vocal leader. He is a role model for kids. He's coaching our U10, U12 team also, together with our very talented young coaches down there, also to give them a little bit of momentum and support in what they do. And obviously the kids look up to him a lot. Him on the field is a sideline to sideline linebacker. He was a top tackler, both in the amount and technique wise of tackles that he had in the NAIA. And I'm very excited to see him on the field here in Denmark. Another guy that I'm very, very excited to see play is Taylor Ekstrom. He played for the Barcelona Drags down in Barcelona, Spain, that was in 2019. They actually happened to play against the Triangle Razorbacks, one of our rivals here in the Danish league, in the European tournament, where he pretty much just, to be honest, tore them apart. We're obviously hoping that he can do something similar for us here, but again, we're trying to bring in a guy who's going to be leading our receivers and provide Aaron with that weapon that any American quarterback in Europe dreams of having. With that being said, we do lose our best domestic Danish receiver, Thomas Asworth, from last year. He's now with Charleston College in the Division II NCAA. Congrats to him. So obviously Taylor is also a replacement for him. Furthermore, I'm very, very excited to say that pretty much, even though he might be inventoried right now, that we have David coming back, David Strobel. He's a Swedish defensive lineman who's been playing with us for now his third season. He's a great leader, he's a funny guy, and he's pretty much glue on our defensive line. He's a strong dude, one of the strongest people in Sweden. I think he was voted that at some point or won a prize. So great dude and a guy that I'm very, very excited to have back with us. Last addition that we have is Paul Conilera, who flew up here just recently from Barcelona in Spain also. He just won the championship with the Drags down there and was waiting to come up here for their season to end. He's a safety. He's a versatile safety who can do a lot of things, and we're excited to see what he can bring our young secondary here.
I'm Taylor Ekstrom, wide receiver, number 10. I'm from Tiverton, Rhode Island. I got this opportunity here in Denmark because 2 years ago, in 2019, I played my first European season in Spain, where we had the opportunity to play an international tournament. We came up here to Denmark, played the Razorbacks. I had a good day that day, so that inevitably led to this opportunity. Back home, I'm from a small blue-collar town where not many people get to continue an athletic career at all, and I didn't even realize that I wanted to keep playing until after my Thanksgiving Day game. So I was behind the 8 ball a little bit, but I put in all the work I had to do, ended up getting an opportunity to play college ball at Fitchburg State University. Had a good career there. And then again, after that ended, I realized I kind of wanted to keep going, see how far I could take the thing. But again, being from a small school, I had a lot of extra work to do. So I ended up emailing coaches every single day, doing all my on-field work. I eventually got to play 2 years of arena football. And then I was on to Europe. So I've been blessed with my opportunities and I'm grateful for them. And as far as anything else, I'd like to inspire maybe 1 or 2 kids from my town or any small town that no matter how hard it seems to be at the time, there's always an opportunity to keep on going if you put in the work. And it might not be an NFL dream that I'm living right now, but I get to travel the world, I get to see different places, and I still get paid to play football, so what's better than that?
Put the place up, yeah, we know what